What's going on, everybody? UnrealEntGaming here today, once again presenting yet another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. I really hope you guys have been enjoying thus far. What an extraordinary month and a half we've had, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed your Valentine's Day yesterday. For those of you out there who did have a Valentine's, for those of you out there who didn't, I mean, that's not really a problem because there are people out there who don't have a mother for Mother's Day or a father for Father's Day, you know what I mean? So just because you don't have a Valentine, it's not the end of the world. So I really hope you guys had a fantastic week and weekend coming along. So anyways, guys, let's begin with our first question of the day, which is from Haku2592. Hey Alex, my name is Luke. I bring you greetings from England, and I hope you enjoy your year. Now on to the questions. Greetings from America, my friend. Question number 1. Do you think that in the new Godzilla film, there will be a 50% chance that Godzilla will be fighting a kaiju? Question 2, who would win, Legendary Super Saiyan God Broly or Omega Shenron? Question 3, can you go on your Xbox 360 to read the messages, cause I would like to talk to you about stuff while we play some games and have an awesome time. Sure. Question 4, did you know about the gods from Yu-Gi-Oh! Are now real cards to be used? P.S. I hope you have an awesome day. P.S.S. My gamer tag is GearsBeast99. P.S.S.S.S. Thanks for the vid, bro. You're my #1 YouTuber and you're awesome. Thank you, Luke. It really means a lot, man. Greetings from America, like I just said. All right, well, to answer your first question, that's the majestic feeling about the new Godzilla movie. I mean, you don't know, what exactly he will be fighting. I mean, at this point, it's pretty ignorant to say that he's not going to be fighting someone, I guess you could say, because there's, multiple cases of evidence that there were other monsters depicted in the film. There were several pictures released of these giant craters in the floor, like in the earth, and, they just don't seem to be made by Godzilla. They can be made by worms or maybe arachnids like spiders or something like that. So who knows? Maybe Godzilla's going to fight a giant, centipede. Maybe he's going to fight a spider. Maybe he's going to fight like a giant moth. You never really know. I mean, there was one bit of the trailer where they showed a multi-armed creature that was down on the ground. And when I actually did my research on it, it was depicted that Godzilla literally ripped the throat of that monster out with his bare teeth. That's just grisly. I really hope we get to see that. But if there's a 50% chance, that is true. I mean, there is a 50% chance. We're just going off of mere speculation. The new trailer hasn't been released yet, so I am anxiously just waiting on that. I really want to see the new trailer. I really want to go see the movie, actually. I'm very, very excited. So I haven't been excited for a movie like this in a while, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. But do I think he's going to be fighting another kaiju? Well, that all depends on what you claim to be kaijus. If we're talking like Pacific Rim type of kaijus, then no. But if we're talking probably arachnids or probably other reptilians, then maybe. I mean, it's not impossible. It's already there, Would it be cool? Absolutely, because it'll get really boring to have Godzilla versus humans. Why not have Godzilla fights humans, who fight monster, who fight Godzilla, who fights monster, who fights all, like a three-way battle, So I think that'd be pretty cool. To answer your second question, that is hard to say. I do think if Broly was able to become a Super Saiyan God, then I would have to say Legendary Super Saiyan God Broly would defeat Omega Shenron, probably. You can't really, I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge because Omega Shenron is very, very powerful, and nobody ever gives Omega Shenron credit where credit is due, you know what I mean? It's kind of sad, but I do believe Omega Shenron deserves a lot of credit because he is a very formidable foe. It was proven that he was a dangerous enemy to begin with because he was given the Z fighters really truly a fight of their lives. So in this little particular case, I would have to say Legendary Super Saiyan God Broly because obviously he is a god, and I'm pretty sure his powers would definitely increase tenfold after that. So to answer your third question, I will be on my Xbox later on tonight. As you guys already know, today is House of Glory's Glory is Phenomenal. event, so I really hope you guys are going to be there. I may be competing today, so for those of you out there who are wrestling fans, I really cannot wait to go, and I really hope to see you guys there. So AJ Styles will be at the House of Glory today. It's going to be absolutely extravagant because I will finally be in the same locker room as AJ Styles. Who will be my opponent? I have no idea. But if you guys want me to post up my wrestling videos on my main channel over here, just let me know in the comment section below. I do have a wrestling channel for you guys to go on ahead and check out. It's Evolution Chronicles. I really hope you guys go on ahead and subscribe to that. Everything wrestling related for me is on that channel. So but yeah, unless it's like late tonight, which I doubt because you'll probably be sleeping, then yeah. And to answer your fourth question, I didn't know about that. I mean, now you can finally use Raw, Obelisk, and Slifer in a freaking game. I mean, I remember a time where they were banned. You couldn't even use them for the life of you. I mean, there are some cards out there that are banned, and I really don't get why. It's like Monster Reborn and Dark Hole and Card of Destruction and all that kind of stuff. You know, like, I really miss that, you know what I mean? Like, those made the days great, you know, so... But then again, who really goes by card rules today, unless you're, like, really competing in professional stuff? But I did not know that. I mean, I haven't been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since I was a child. You know, if I still had my cards, then maybe I would have given it a shot one more time. But other than that, I mean, it is what it is at this point. I'm really happy for those that are playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Just keep your gods among your deck just in case, if the rules are legitimate now. But if not, then what's the point of having them? So, but once again, Luke, thank you for the questions, man, and I really hope you have a great weekend, my friend. And now, moving on to the next question, which is from DBZ Awesomeness 13. Hey, UnrealEntGaming, you are awesome, and I think you have the best channel on YouTube. Really? Do you really feel that way, man? There are a lot of great people on YouTube, and for you to feel that way, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Anyways, time to get down to the questions. Let's go, man. Question 1. What do you think Goku and the Z Fighters would do in a zombie apocalypse? Question 2. If you had $1 million, what would be the first thing you would do with it? Question 3. What is your favorite male and female character in Dragon Ball Z? Question 4. If you were the president, what would your first order be? Question 5. If you could wear Goku's, Vegeta's, Piccolo's, the Fusion's, Trunks, or the Saiyan's armor, which one would you pick? Thanks for answering my questions. You make me laugh when I am sad. You are my #1, and keep up the great work, man. P.S. You are the best. PSSS. Yamcha should get spirit bombed. I couldn't agree more. I actually spirit bombed him on New Year's Eve, actually. So what a transition, getting spirit bombed from 2013 into 2014 by Goku. It doesn't get any better than that, right? To answer your first question, I'm pretty sure this Goku and the Z Fighters would be really fine. I really think the zombie apocalypse would not affect them whatsoever. Do you want to know why? It's because they can fly, so that wouldn't even be an issue for them. They would completely obliterate the zombies easily, so no question about that. I mean, that shouldn't even be a question. These guys would murk all the zombies on the planet. To answer your second question, I've answered this question millions of times, but I'll answer it anyway. If I had $1 million, I would try to, well, the first thing I would do, honestly, is I would leave Brooklyn. I mean, this place is just bleh. You know what I mean? Like, I love this place to death. I was born and raised here, but when you're born and raised in the ghetto, you know, your main objective in life is to get out of the ghetto. You know what I mean? So I think I would leave this place, #1. Well, following that, I guess you could say this, the second thing I would do is I would learn to invest and create, you know, more. So from that, I would turn $1 million into like $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, you know, invest. Because when you invest, you know, you get more money. So one of my ultimate dreams, actually, if I were to have millions and millions of dollars, is, I told you guys this before, you know, I'm not a rich person, you know, I do work, like, I have a real job, and I have, you know, so many other things going on, but if I were to have $1 million or more, I would definitely invest in rebuilding my community, at least, #1, followed up with other communities around the world. But the first place I would, you know, really give back to is my home. I would literally turn Brooklyn around, you know, because it's kind of sad seeing the people here. It really is. I mean, people have no hopes, no dreams, you know, they're lacked and all that stuff, and, you know, all sorts of stuff, you know, welfare, and it's pretty bad. So I would open up sports facilities. I would open up homeless shelters. I would build more communities, better communities, more schools. Trust me when I say I would turn my freaking area upside down, because sometimes some people just don't have nothing better to do. And I would learn, and I would invest into building, you know, athlete centers, gyms, you know, public pool centers, and just all sorts of awesome stuff, you know, like open up stores and stuff, open up, because when you actually open up stores, you create more businesses. So I definitely want people to have a job. So trust me when I say, man, if I was capable, right, if I had the money, I wouldn't just change my neighborhood, I would change everybody else's neighborhood, because I feel like, why does it hurt so much to actually open up and do better for the children, to do better for you guys? Because I know sometimes many people out there, they get bored and they don't know where to go, they don't know what to do. So for me, I would totally change that around, because from a male's perspective, I would actually go on ahead and take up a male's interest, a female's interest, and just benefit for that, you know, like just create things that would benefit the community as a whole. I mean, buying myself a car and all that kind of stuff, that would be the last thing I would do. I would get myself a nice home. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I really would. Better equipment, more games and more games. A lot more giveaways would happen, I'll tell you that much. I would be giving away freaking TVs and stuff, you know, for free. I don't really care about that. So, those are some of the things I would do first. So, to answer your third question, favorite male and female characters. If I had to pick 2 and 2, favorite male characters are Goku and Vegeta. Favorite female characters are Videl and Bulma. To answer your fourth question, if I was the president, what would be my first order? Well, actually, that's kind of difficult. My first order would be to figure out how to abolish the Federal Reserve. You know, I am a firm believer in the Illuminati, the New World Order, the radio frequency identification chips, the Bilderbergs. You know, it's really easy to call somebody crazy or a kook when you don't understand them, because that's how people are often labeled. If you don't understand somebody, you're easily labeled as, you know, crazy or whatever, just because they don't understand you. So if I was the president, I would do that first, abolish the Federal Reserve, because we're just printing money out of thin air. You know what I mean? It's not right. People are in debt. People's pensions are being taken away. The value of our dollar is worth nothing, pretty much. You know. So I would restore order in America by opening up small businesses. Fuck the corporations, man. I mean, really, this isn't corporate America. This is America, land of the free and home of the brave, not America, land of the slave and home of the cowards. You know what I mean? Another order that I would do, honestly, is I would raise minimum wages for everybody. You know, like, really, I mean, minimum wage is it's kind of sad the way we have it set up here in America. I really don't know how it is in Australia, England. If anybody's here from another country, please let me know in the comment section below what minimum wage earnings do you guys have in your country, because here in New York, well, in New York and around America, it's mainly between $8 and $10, and it's quite sad, you know. Another order of mine would be to order Namco Bandai to make fucking more Dragon Ball Z games, man. That's the first thing I would do. Is just like I would really benefit the gaming community as well as the people, you know. So to answer your final question, whose armor would I wear? I would wear Vegito's outfit. Vegito has like the best outfit in my opinion. I think Vegito has the best outfit in my opinion. He just looks, you know, badass from head to toe, especially with the earrings and whatnot. So if I had to select somebody, it would be Vegito. Aside from Vegito, I would pick Vegeta's Saiyan armor outfit with the long blue sleeves and like the armor plate on it. I would definitely pick that. So, but thank you for the questions, Mr. DBZ Awesomeness. I really hope you have a great day, man. And now moving on to the third question, which is from Mega Goku. Hey Alex, what's up? I've been watching your videos for a long time now, and I still love them. Thank you, man. Question number 1, do you believe in God and why? Question 2, if you believe in God, why do you think God is not doing any things about all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world? Question 3, what do you think about the new Dragon Ball show should be named and why? Oh, okay, so what would I call the new Dragon Ball show? Question 4, what are your favorite Dragon Ball sagas and why? Well, I've answered pretty much all of those questions before in the past, but I'll answer them anyway. All right, to answer your first question, yes. I've made it perfectly clear so many times that I am a believer in God. I am a believer in Jesus Christ. That's just how I am. That's how, I was raised, and that's what I firmly believe. Not everybody believes that. You know what I mean? Some people might say, oh, you believe in God? Well, you believe in this flying spaghetti monster. Fine. If that's what you want to label God as, yes, I do believe in the flying spaghetti monster, whatever makes you happy, But what I never understood about atheists is the fact that how come it's so hard just to have faith? You know what I mean? Like, you're not required to, spend any money. You're not required to, like, give up a right. You're not required to, like, change your skin color or, rip out one of your eyes. All you're doing is having faith in a higher being, All that's really asked from you is just to be a good person. Now, some people might say, oh, well, I am a good person, but I do smoke, I do drink, I do this, I do that. Well, it all depends on what is categorized as a good person. Me, I do believe in God. I do believe in Christ. Now, not everybody's a Christian. Some people might be Buddhists, Muslim, atheists, just whatever the case may be. And I respect that. I don't have anything against anybody at all. Just because you're Muslim doesn't mean I have any great power over you. Just because you're an atheist doesn't mean I can bash you. I am a Christian. I believe in God and Christ, and that's just my belief, If somebody wants to, bash me for it, go right ahead. It does not affect me whatsoever, because I laugh at that. I laugh on the fact that some people would mock me for that, because it's funny to me on the fact that, here you are ridiculing me, and you don't have all the answers. I mean, I don't have the answers either. I mean, we ultimately find out when we die, but then again, there are so many theories out there on when you die. Some people say nothing happens. Some people say you enter purgatory. Some people say heaven and hell. Some people say that you are reincarnated. Some people say that you're drifting into space. So many theories and possibilities, but we will find out when we die, and I guarantee you we all will die one day, because we do have an expiration date. So but to answer your question, yes. And to follow up to that, why do I believe God is not doing anything at all to stop the crazy things that's going on? Because God, to me, if God created a set of laws, why would he go against those laws and break them just to help somebody? Why do we as people have to be dependent to God all the time? Like, for example, right? If you get into a car accident, God forbid, I mean, and you start cussing God's name because he didn't help you. Why should have God have helped you in the first place? Some things are just meant to be. Let's say, for example, you aren't able to open up a pickle jar. You're blaming God. God, why can't I open up this pickle jar? Dude, come on. Like, can't we as people figure out our own solutions by ourselves without depending on God so much? I'm not saying abolish him. I'm just saying in many situations, instead of relying on God, do it yourself, because you were given that free will to do so. If not, then freaking you wouldn't have any free will at all, and God would have helped you throughout the entire thing, But God works in mysterious ways for me personally. I'm not God. I can't really say what's on his mind or what he or she or it is thinking. I am just one measly little person on this planet full of 7 billion people. I have my belief, and so do you guys. Whether you guys agree with me, whether you guys disagree with me, the fact remains that we're all humans. Like, we all think we have the answers, but in reality, we don't. It's all based on theory and all that kind of stuff. Some people actually believe that the universe is a hologram. Some people believe that there is a multiverse. Some people believe that the earth is still flat. So many quote-unquote conspiracies and theories and everything. It's crazy, like, this world is just filled with gossip nowadays, because now you don't know what to believe. But I firmly believe in what I believe in, and it'll always, until the day I die, remain that way. So to answer your third question, the new Dragon Ball show, I would have to say keep it Dragon Ball Z, except just include more sagas and whatnot, I guess you could say. Or maybe Dragon Ball, Mystic Future or something like that, you know what I mean? Somewhere along the lines, just incorporate either the same title or a title that'll really catch the audience's eye, sort of say. So, and to answer your final question, favorite saga would be the Majin Buu saga, because during that time period, there was a lot of desperation. A lot of characters were clinging on to hope and they were clinging on to so many other things. And I believe that the Majin Buu saga, the entire Buu saga for that matter, was filled with desperation, and you didn't know what to believe, you didn't know what to think, because there were lots of twists and turns at every direction, every corner. So the Earth was destroyed, Majin Buu kept transforming, you know, we were introduced with a bunch of new characters, and it was really, really unique, you know. So I would have to say the entire Buu saga. So the better question is, what was your favorite saga? So anyways, Mr. Mega Goku, thank you for the questions, man, and I hope you have a fantastic week, my friend. Now moving on to the next question, which is from Money Mike 913. Hello, Alex. I've been subscribed to you for a while now, and this is my only second time sending you fan mail. I just wanted to say that you are one of my favorite YouTubers ever. Anyways, on to the questions. Thank you, Mike. Question 1. If Goku, Future Trunks, Mystic Gohan, and Vegeta were all dead and you can only wish back 2 and the other 2 cannot be wished back, with neither the Dragon Balls or the Namekian ones, no matter what circumstances, oh shit. Who would you salvage and who would you, oh my god, who would I abandon? That's fucked up. Oh god, that's hard, but I think you all know the answer to this. Question 2. Do you believe that the second coming of Jesus Christ is near, and will it happen in our lifetime? Question 3. Would you ever consider pursuing MMA after wrestling like Brock Lesnar, or just retire as a wrestler? Question 4. What fighting style do you think the next DBZ game should be? The Budokai style, the Budokai Tenkaichi style, or should they stick with the style of Battle of Z, except upgrade the graphics and have a deeper fighting combination? Those are all my questions for this week. Hope you have an awesome 2014. Broly Kakarot. My name is Goku, you retard. Well, I mean, his real name is, you know, Kakarot, but he did say that only his friends call him. Whatever. All right. Well, to answer your first question, Mike, that's really hard. Well, before I state my answer, I want to hear all of your answers. Who would you guys bring back, and who would you guys just abandon? I would bring back Goku and Vegeta. I'm sorry. I mean, there is no other 2 characters like them. Really, I mean, those 2 characters are just one of a kind. Future Trunks, I mean, they pretty much already got rid of him. They already pretty much abandoned him. They left him in the past. So, honestly, I do think Gohan, I mean, it'll really be hard at first, but then again, you have Goten. And, I mean, if they really want to upgrade and go a step further, they can always introduce Goku Jr., you know, from the ending of Dragon Ball GT. So, I mean, I would definitely salvage Goku and Vegeta. Those 2 characters, there will never, ever be another Goku and Vegeta, period. So, by abolishing those characters, Dragon Ball Z would not mean anything at all. You know, they have, like, their own unique styles and their own unique personalities and stuff. And I think if they decided to get rid of them, the entire Dragon Ball Z series is doomed. So I would save Goku and Vegeta, and I would pretty much abandon Trunks and Gohan. So to answer your second question, the second coming of Christ. All right, well, this is going to be interesting. Honestly, I do believe that the second coming of Christ is near, but do I think it's going to happen in our lifetime? Personally, if you really want to ask me for my honest opinion, I do believe that it will not happen in our lifetime. It may happen in, you know, the following lifetime or whenever, you know. Do I believe is near? It all depends on what you mean by near. You know, anything can be near at this point, you know. But, I mean, guys, listen. We're all human beings, right? The Bible, all it wants you to do is just be good. That's it. Is it so hard to be good? You know, nowadays, if you look at relationships, the way people carry themselves, the way society functions, I'm not trying to, you know, bash our generation, but we have become such a savage race, you know. We lust over women, we lust over men, we lust over money. I mean, literally, there are people that would sell their family, kill their friends for money. There are people out there that really don't give a fuck, man. If you've seen some of these videos that I've seen, I've seen some horrible videos, man. I've seen people get beheaded with machetes and chainsaws. I've witnessed people getting shot execution style right in front of the camera. I've seen people burn, you know, innocent animals like puppies and cats. I've seen a woman tear open a dog's like entire stomach open and eat it. I've seen some really fucked up stuff, man. And it's sad. And sometimes I wish the second coming of Christ would happen tomorrow, because our world needs a cleansing. And I think I can relate a lot of you guys to that, because how many times in your life have you felt like shit? Have you felt like somebody mistreated you? Have you felt like you've been lied to? You felt depressed and suicidal and whatnot, you know? This world is a horrible place, and I'm only one person. You know, I'm not God, I'm not Christ. But what I will say I am is a person who's willing to help people. I really want to help people. I really want to make people smile, and I want to encourage people to do better for themselves, because that's what I feel like every human being should be about. I think every human should help each other out. I mean, yeah, there are times where we get jealous of each other, but that should even never cross your mind, because as a fellow human, as a fellow person, you should allow your significant other to prosper. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, you know, some things aren't meant for us all, but shit, if it makes the next person happy, why would you wallow in anger? You know what I mean? So, like, will the second coming of Christ happen in our lifetime? I honestly can't say. Personally, for me, I don't think it may happen in our lifetime. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. There are so many other things that have to be about or come about. And like I said, not everybody is Christian. I mean, there are many, many Muslims that I love that are watching this video. I have a lot of Muslim friends. I have a lot of Korean friends. I actually have one Buddhist friend. That's the weird thing. I have one Buddhist friend that I know, but still, he's awesome. But nevertheless, I mean, I would want it to happen, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna happen in our lifetime, man. To answer your third question, would I ever consider pursuing an MMA? I actually kind of did MMA like about 4.5 years ago. I studied a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I studied a little bit of Muay Thai, just a little bit. Would I consider it after wrestling? Probably, maybe. I can't tell. I mean, I really can't tell what the future holds for me. I love professional wrestling to death. You know, if I were to go to WWE, I would stay there forever. I mean, that'll be a place that I would never want to leave. I would want to be the face because I want to help the company prosper. So, would I consider going to MMA? Probably not. But would I consider doing it? Yeah, I mean, studying MMA would be great. You know, I wouldn't mind it. You know, everybody's different. Some people are saying CM Punk is going to go to MMA. You never know. So, he quit WWE. So, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. But, honestly, would I consider it? Maybe, you know, like I said, if I knew what the future held for me, then I would give you, I would definitely give you a definite answer. But, right now, I can't say. So, and to answer your fourth question and last question, I would have to say incorporate the styles of everything and mixed in one. You know, the fighting style of Raging Blast, the cutscenes of Budokai, you know, the just overall combination system of Tenkaichi, you know. I would definitely incorporate a little bit of everything and just mix it all in. I do think that the perfect Dragon Ball Z game has yet to come. Maybe we will get it in the future, maybe we will not. But sometimes you just need a little bit of hope, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that in the future they do come out with the next Dragon Ball Z game that is the best Dragon Ball Z game. Battle of Z was good. Was it great? No. Could have been better? Yes. But overall, I just think that if they go back and they look at what fans want, then they will get their undeniable answer on which direction to go with. So, but anyways, Mr. Money Mike, thank you for the questions, man. It really means a lot, and I hope you have a great day, buddy. Now, moving on to the next question, which is from EvilMasterGaming. Fan mail questions. What's up, Alex? How you doing? I'm feeling pretty nervous. How you doing, my friend? All right, on to the questions. Question 1. What are your thoughts on the Royal Rumble this year? Question 2. Can you do this battle? What if Vegito battled Bills? Question 3. My friend and I want to become WWE superstars, and the name my friend chose is The Masked Man. Mine is Rampage. Stole my name. Any tips on becoming WWE superstars? Question 4. What is your finisher in your wrestling career? Question 5. What are your rock star social club names? Question 6. Do you watch Naruto? Question 7. What's your favorite season from Dragon Ball Z? I just answered that. Question 8. Can I be in your next Mine Awards? Question 9. Where is the Grand Theft Auto Let's Plays? Question 10. What is wait, in your opinion, on the YouTube copyright. What is my opinion on it? I hate it, and I think it's stupid. Question 11, how do you do the giveaways? Thanks for answering my questions. Hope you have an awesome day, and goodbye. Thank you, man. To answer your first question, all right, this might be a little long, but the Royal Rumble this year, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, but it definitely was bad. Obviously, the best match of the night was Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt. Definitely told a great match. Cena versus Orton, didn't really care for it. I've seen it millions of times before. I actually loved how Randy Orton did the attitude adjustment, and John Cena did the RKO. I think that was pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, I pretty much knew the outcome and how it was going to be. I pretty much predicted that Batista was going to win the Royal Rumble. It was not exciting whatsoever. In terms of some of the other wrestlers, I mean, the Royal Rumble match itself was interesting. It wasn't the best. I think the best would probably be 2004 or 2006, I believe, one of those two. But this was certainly a very interesting Royal Rumble match. They told a very interesting story. I mean, the moment Batista came out, I was just a little disappointed. I was like, man, this guy's hogging up like Daniel Bryan's spot, you know what I mean? But overall, I was just very disappointed because Batista won. It could have been better. I mean, we all know that as fans. That's why the fans pretty much hijacked the entire event. But in terms of the Royal Rumble happening next year, I really do hope that they do twists and turns. It's kind of ironic how John Cena won the Royal Rumble and then Batista wins the Royal Rumble. I mean, who do I think might win the Royal Rumble next year? Who knows? It fucking might be Triple H. Imagine if he decides to just say fuck it and win. But next year, I do believe it might be, you know, Daniel Bryan or Dolph Ziggler or somebody like that. But honestly, it was a very disappointing Royal Rumble. It could have been a lot better. All of you guys know that. Even the surprise entrance could have been better. I mean, we saw fucking Kevin Nash already. They could have brought in Jake the Snake Roberts or somebody else for that matter. So Kevin Nash wasn't really a big pop, but it is what it is, man. The Rumble was disappointing. So to answer your second question, I will definitely do that. I will definitely keep that in mind. So all you have to do is just wait. That'll be very interesting, actually, now that I think about it. To answer your third question, any tips? Well, I don't know any tips on being WWE superstars. I just know that you're going to have a very credible rep, and you're going to have experience, man. So go to a wrestling school. That's the only place I would have to say for you to go to. I mean, that's the only legitimate place. So, you know, build on character development, build on a lot of stuff, and you'll get far, man. Trust me. To answer your fourth question, what is my finisher? My finisher is very, very unique. I have two of them. For that, I think you're going to have to stay tuned for later today so I can show you. But you pretty much what I'll say is this. You'll see, and you'll be very surprised. So I think you already saw one of them in the previous videos that I had, the powerbomb into the backstabber. But other than that, you're gonna like some of this new stuff. So. To answer your fifth question, Rockstar's social club name is the same thing, UnrealEntGaming. To answer your sixth question, do I watch Naruto? I have watched some of the battles with Pain and Naruto, with Sasuke and Naruto. But do I watch the actual episodes? No. I just seen those fights, and that was pretty much it. So yeah, I pretty much watched just the big battles, and that's about it. To answer your seventh question, I'm pretty sure you get the gist because I just answered that right in the beginning of the episode. So skipping that, on to the eighth question. Can you be in my next Mind Wars? Yes. Mind Wars 6 is scheduled to release between the middle of February, which is probably this week, or the beginning of March. So all you have to do is just stay tuned for that because it's going to be amazing. We're actually going to do some different stuff this time, and I really hope you guys are going to be excited about it because it's the first time we're doing it. So to answer your ninth questions, the Grand Theft Auto Let's Plays, they will be coming your way, my good sir, because I still have to do a few of them. But definitely they're coming your way along with the online videos. It's going to be really awesome. So I really hope you stay tuned for that because GTA is always fun. To answer your 10th question, opinion on the YouTube copyright, I made it perfectly clear so many times. It sucks. It truly sucks. The YouTube copyright thing, I mean, they're just doing it to save their own asses. You know, they don't really care about, you know, the YouTubers or the content creators. They just care about their own asses, and it's pretty sad, you know, to a certain extent. But in my opinion, I hate it just as much as you do, and I think it's stupid as well. But you have to also look at it from their point of view. From a company standpoint, they don't want to lose any assets. They don't want to lose any anything else going on for them. So for their best interest, they're doing their best to try to like avoid that. It really does suck because it takes away a lot of things from us. I mean, we're limited to a certain extent. But honestly, I don't agree with it at all. I think it's a load of crap, to be honest. So do I agree with it? Absolutely not. And to answer your 11th question, how do I do giveaways? Well, pretty much I wait a week. I also review all the comments. I review all of the contestants. And from among that, I actually select a random winner. I will inbox you, and I would wait about a day to get a reply. If I don't get a reply from anybody, I just move on to the next one. So in terms of giveaways, you're going to have to stay tuned and see what I have next. It's going to be incredibly awesome. So, Mr. EMG, thank you for the questions, man, and I really hope you have a great day, bro. Now, moving on to the next question, which is from Lucas Tom. Hey, Alex, my name is Julio Don't judge. No, I'm not judging, my friend. And I hope you can answer a couple of my questions about some of my problems. Question 1. Last week, I broke up with my girlfriend. Because she was only a B cup. What? And I was more interested in her friend, C cup. What? Really? She got mad when I told her why I broke up with her, and now she's convinced her friend that I am a jerk and whatnot. What should I do to fix this? Question 2. How are you doing with your girl? Thanks, Alex. Well, Julio, man. Well, to answer your first question, I mean, not for nothing, bro. That's being a jerk. I mean, who really cares on her titty size, really? I mean, C cup, B cup, D cup, A cup. I mean, they're titties, you know? They're just boobs. That's kind of harsh, man. I mean, how do you think she might feel about that, you know? She probably feels like shit that the fact that she can't satisfy you and pleasure you because she's not, you know, a C cup and you're interested in another cup. How do you fix that? Well, honestly, man, there's no way of fixing it. You need to fix yourself with that. I mean, just because another girl has bigger boobs doesn't mean shit, you know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, they're just boobs, you know what I mean? They don't talk, they don't fucking interact with you. I mean, well, during intimacy, but you know what I mean? So it's kind of sad, you know? I don't think you should ever do that, ever, because that's not gonna get you anywhere in terms of girls. Girls are always gonna look at you a certain way. Now, I admire your honesty. At least you had the balls to pretty much admit to her, like, listen, we broke up because your boobs are small. You know what I mean? Like, at least you had the balls to admit why you broke up with her, and I give you a lot of respect for that. But at the same time, man, you shouldn't really go off and do that because it's just wrong, you know. That's like that for example, like, let's say you were dating the girl of your dreams, right? And that girl broke up with you because your dick wasn't big enough. You know what I mean? Like, how would you feel if a girl broke up with you because your dick wasn't big enough, or your balls weren't big enough, your balls were too small, your dick was too small? Like, how would you feel if a girl, you know, did that to you? You know what I mean? Like, you would feel like shit. So that's the equivalent to how she must feel, although she doesn't have a dick, I presume, I hope. But Julio, my friend, you shouldn't do that, because how else are you gonna have a girlfriend? How else are you gonna get married one day? You know, it's never gonna work out, you know. And for your sake, I just think that you should admire what the girl has already. I mean, although she already convinced her friend that, you know, you did that, I'm pretty sure her friend's not gonna get with you now because, you know, you did that to them. So this other girl might fear that you might leave her for a D cup. Get my drift? So honestly, man, I don't think you should ever do that again. I mean, yeah, you did it now. Lesson learned. How should you fix this? Don't do that again. I'm telling you, don't do it again, because if you keep on doing that, you're never gonna have a girl, and maybe one day you just might be with a girl who might do the same thing to you. So, and to answer your second and final question, I don't have a girlfriend at the moment, so can't really speak on that. But I mean, everything is just fine on this side of town. I mean, I'm not leaving girls for different cup sizes, but honestly, man, don't do that. I mean, you could be so much better than that. Just don't do that. So I really hope you get past it. And I really hope that you find some clarity behind it. But if for future references, bro, don't let it cross your mind again. So. But thank you for the questions, man. I really hope it works out for you. Anyways, everybody, thank you all for watching this week's episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. I am your host, UnrealEntGaming. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest news, information, and updates. If you guys enjoyed the video, as always, don't forget to hit it up with a like and a favorite. Rate that thumbs up button, guys. I have to go and get ready, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, everybody. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you in the next video. Peace!